Hello and welcome to Jollyville Radio on KJVR. I'm your host, Julia Stonewash, coming to you from the Purple Street Studios in downtown Jollyville. Today on the program, we learn about a new restaurant in town. Jimmy Pinecrest hosts Jollyville Brass Quintet for the Average Size Desk concert, and UncleASAR interviews Matt Waite of Ground Game LA. Before we get started, let's hear about some of our lost and found items.
Hi, my name is Found.
And my name is Lost. Together we are Lost
And Found. What do we have up first?
First, from our community message board. Lost this week. 2 blue socks and 1 gray one. Unsure if left or right-hand socks. Relatively new, so no toe holes yet. Last seen in Jollyville's washateria, Symphony of Suds. Made it through the wash, but not out of the dryer. Please help.
Ooh, isn't that the worst?
Do phone in if you made it home last Saturday from Symphony of Suds with extra socks in tow.
Next up, we did have a few items left in the studio after last month's live show. So if you're missing a pair of dentures, a purple wig, or 5 to 7 beautiful faux fall leaves, Aunt Susie, are these yours? Please swing by the studio to retrieve your items.
Final report this week was left by note on my front porch. Seems to be from little Tamberly Kitchens, who's only 7 years old. My mom says she's lost her last scrap of... hold on a minute, spelling problems. Patience. Last scrap of patience. Please return to Mom if found.
Well, Tamberly, we'll give it a try, but we can't promise miracles.
That's all for Lost and Found. For KJVR in Jollyville, I'm Lost.
And I'm Found.
Thank you, Lost and Found, for the Lost and Found. As a reminder, folks, please submit your Lost and Found requests to jollyvilleradio.com. On the phone with me is Roberta Twiggs to tell us about her new restaurant.
My name is Roberta Twiggs, and I'm so excited to announce my new breakfast diner, Shaky Girl Coffee. For our grand opening, our specials will be Belgian waffles or poached eggs on toast. Both come with a side of locally grown fresh fruit. Oh, I do hope you'll come by.
Well, that sounds just wonderful, Roberta. Thanks for telling us a little bit more about it. Now, let's hear from the sponsors of today's show.
Gusty, comforting, hung, cheerful, announcing the all-new line of luxury ceiling fans by the designer Robert Cheerful.
Sponsored by Gold Rush Burgers. It's over. The burgers are gone. The doors are unlocked. Just take whatever you want. I think there's a deep fryer and maybe some tables left. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go to Reno. Start over. Gold Rush Burgers. It's the end of an era. The start of something new.
Hi, this is Taylor Draper, second grade teacher at Chipperton Elementary. You're listening to KJVR, Jollyville Radio. Follow us on Instagram at Jollyville Radio.
Hey, guess what? There's a new breakfast restaurant in Jollyville.
There's a new breakfast restaurant in Jollyville?
There's a new breakfast restaurant in Jollyville.
I love breakfast restaurants.
I love new breakfast restaurants too.
Hey, guess what?
What's up?
There's a new breakfast restaurant in Jollyville.
There's a new breakfast restaurant in Jollyville?
There's a new breakfast restaurant in Jollyville.
I bet they have good waffles.
I bet they have good coffee.
I bet there's free Wi-Fi.
Let's get breakfast!
Hi there. Welcome to Shaky Girl Coffee. Table for 3?
Look at the decor.
So hip and trendy.
So peaceful and serene.
Right this way to your table.
Oh my gosh, it's a window seat.
I love people watching in the morning.
This place is amazing.
I'll be taking care of you this morning. Can I get you started with drinks?
I'll have chamomile tea.
Water with lemon.
I'll have coffee.
Are you ready to go ahead and order?
I'll have the waffles.
I'll have the fruit cup.
I'll have the poached eggs on toast.
Alrighty, I'll be right back with that in just a minute.
He didn't even write anything down.
I definitely would have forgotten something.
OMG, I love your dress!
Thank you. It has pockets.
Okay, I got the poached eggs with a coffee,
That's me!
a fruit cup with tea,
Right here.
and you must be the waffles with lemon ice water.
It looks so good!
Oh, the yolk is so runny.
The grapes were so crispy.
The syrup feeds my soul.
I'm so glad we came here.
How was everything?
My coffee was the perfect temperature.
The tea was just how I like it.
The lemon in my ice water was perfectly sliced.
Y'all come back now.
This was great. We should come back here again.
I agree.
Oh,
Such
for
a
sure.
great
Yeah,
location.
that was great.
Really
Definitely,
liked
I
it.
like that.
Next
That's
time I'm
so
going to try the
lovely.
French toast.
Hey, look! There's a new smoothie place in Jollyville! Hello, I'm Jimmy Piecrust, and now it's time for Average Size Desk Concerts. Today in the studio, we have Jollyville Brass Band. How are you guys today? Today in the studio, we have Jollyville Brass Quintet. Today in the studio, we have Jollyville Brass Band. How are you guys today? Okay, Frankie, can you give me some aspirin? I think I'm gonna need it. Hey guys, we're ready. We only have a couple of minutes, all right? Let's get this thing started. Okay, everybody ready? Thank you. Frankie, how's that aspirin coming? All right, thank you. And now it's time for Average Size Desk Concerts. Today in the studio, we have Jollyville Brass Band led by Michael Crosa. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, it's quintet, actually.
What?
It's quintet. Jollyville Brass Quintet.
But wait, there's 6 of you. Wouldn't that make you a sextet?
Well, actually, there's 7, but Brian spends the summer in Canada, and in classical music, the percussionist doesn't generally count, so that's why we're a brass quintet.
Isn't that Brian with the French horn?
I'm Brian R. He was talking about Brian G.
My name is Richard, and I play first trumpet. And Michael, I don't think we're technically classical. We're really more of a concert ensemble.
Wait a minute, don't most bands give concerts?
Yeah, but concert has a certain meaning in classical music.
I'm confused. Why don't you count the percussionist?
You never count the percussionist.
Okay, wait, so there's 7 members, 6 of which are here, but you're a quintet.
See? You got it.
Frankie, I said aspirin, not ibuprofen. There's a difference. Okay, here we go. Average Size Desk Concert, Jollyville Brass Quintet. Take 1.
Actually, this would be take 2.
Jollyville Radio Average Size Desk Concert Series, Jollyville Brass Quintet. Frankie, how am I supposed to take this with no water? Take 2.
Actually, can we hold for a sec? I have to go to the bathroom.
Sure, go ahead.
What? You guys know we have a limited time on the studio, right? Okay, well, in the meantime, why don't you tell us a little bit about the group then?
Why, certainly. We're the Jollyville Brass Sextet. Quintet. I'm Michael, the Maestro Crosa, and...
the Maestro?
People call me that.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Michael's telling people that he's the Maestro.
I mean, maybe you'd call him the director?
Nah, more like organizer.
So you're both the maestro and the percussionist, and that doesn't count towards being a sextet instead of a quintet?
Well, not with that attitude.
Wait, what?
Thank you for having us, Jimmy. We're such big fans of Average Size Desk Concerts, and it's a real honor to be here. We are the Jollyville Brass Sextet.
Quintet.
That's what I meant.
Frankie, how's that water coming?
We are Jollyville Brass Quintet, and I'm Michael Crosa, the Maestro.
And that's our time, folks.
But we didn't even get to play anything.
Well, I think that's probably for the best. For Jollyville Radio, my name is Jimmy Piecrust, and this has been Average Size Desk Concerts on KJVR.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Kimberly Sprupp. Be sure to tune in to Spoopy the Boop and Chauncey in the Morning for your weather updates. You're listening to KJVR, Jollyville Radio.
Hi all, and welcome to our old-fashioned cooking show. Today we're keeping it simple and sticking to our favorite old-fashioned sticky treat, homemade cinnamon rolls. My name's Helen.
Why, that's right, folks. Anyone can whip up a batch of cinnamon rolls, no problem. All you need is a small bowl of flour, some sugar, a dash of milk, a couple eggs, and of course, cinnamon.
Now, Kitty, just to be clear for our listeners, you said a dash of milk? I have to say I'm used to a douse of milk for my recipe, not a dash.
Well, Helen, it depends on the consistency you want for your dough. I go for a dash, as I like a dense dough. Though you could go for a douse if you like dewy dough instead.
Ah, that clears it up completely. All right, y'all, dash or a douse, it's up to you.
Though I would point out that when it comes to cinnamon, it really should be no more than a small palm's worth, or the balance of the whole filling is just off.
That's a good point. So be careful if you've got big hands. You may need to call in a smaller child or neighbor to help you with this part. Don't worry, though. It ain't awkward. It's community building. Just be sure to share a few of the cinnamon rolls with them later as a thank you.
Other than that, you should be good to go. Mix up the dough, roll it out, spread that cinnamon, and roll it right back up.
And once you've got a nice little cinnamon log, slice it and bake.
Easy as pie.
Oh, we should do that next time. I have a great recipe for apple pie, and all you need is a few apples and a pinch of cinnamon.
A pinch, not a palm.
Just a pinch.
Well, folks, get excited. We'll see you next time on our old-fashioned cooking show.
Hi, this is Paul Frederickson, and I'm running for mayor of Jollyville. You're tuned to Jollyville Radio on KJVR.
Howdy, folks. This is Aunt Susie, and you're listening to KJVR Jollyville Radio. Want to play some trivia with me and Uncle Jimmy? Go to jollyvilleradio.com for upcoming events. While you're at it, why don't you help out your friends here at Jollyville Radio by posting something fun about us on social media? Or even leaving a rating and a review and things. It's been great having you here, but now it's time to leave Jollyville and learn about a community organizer in the City of Angels. How about that? That's right, it's time for Community Beat with UncleASAR.
Let's make it happen. This is Jollyville Community Beat with UncleASAR, where we turn the spotlight on good people doing great work in the real world. We have with us today Matt Waite, an organizer at Ground Game LA, a grassroots group based in the City of Angels, strengthening underserved communities through collective mobilization. What's going on, Matt?
Hey, not much. How you doing?
I'm good. So Matt, talk to us about Ground Game LA.
Sure. Ground Game LA is a locally focused grassroots organization based out of Los Angeles that is working to advance progressive changes to our city and county government. So I think when a lot of people hear that, they're a little bit confused because Los Angeles is seen as a very liberal and progressive city. We also have a lot of not very progressive things that happen in our city. For example, Los Angeles County has the highest incarcerated population in the world and the highest number of unsheltered people.
Matt, tell us about your mutual aid project.
Ground Game LA formed an organization called Mutual Aid LA when the pandemic hit. And the goal of Mutual Aid LA is to provide direct assistance to people who are immunocompromised or unable or otherwise unable to provide for themselves. For example, if they are, like many people, financially impacted by COVID-19. So it involves delivering food, medical supplies, other needed resources to people, or in some cases providing direct cash assistance for people to be able to do that themselves.
Ground Game has worked extensively with the homeless. Could you tell us about those things?
Ground Game works in a coalition with a lot of other community grassroots groups to serve our local people who are unsheltered. And a lot of that work, unfortunately, consists in harm reduction. And basically what we do is we help keep tabs on the city homeless sweeps, monitoring their safety. We also do direct outreach. We offer a lot of tents, sleeping bags, blankets, food, and water to people who are unsheltered. But we also work to build power so those people are able to contact us and other allied organizations such as Streetwatch LA if they are being targeted by law enforcement or sanitation sweeps.
So how important is digital media messaging and mobilizing community, Matt?
It's extremely important. As you would expect in an organization based out of Los Angeles, we have a lot of people with experience working in the media industry. And as a result, we have a very strong media operation, which is collectively known as NOC LA. And it's started as an independent journalistic publication. We now have a Twitch stream, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we even have a TikTok, and we've started doing weekly shows on our Twitch stream. We also have a podcast. Getting our message out and helping to frame the conversation about politics in Los Angeles and raising people's political awareness is core to Ground Game's mission. And we are trying to shine light on how decisions are made in this city and how that they affect average Angelinos.
So to volunteer with or donate to Ground Game, how do we contact you?
You can go to groundgamela.org or knock.la, and you'll find a donate button on both of those websites.
And let us have that website again.
That's groundgamela.org or knock.la.
Well, Matt, thanks for sharing time with us today, and we wish you the best of the best.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to visit Jollyville.
This has been Jollyville Community Beat with UncleASAR, and dig this. No one can do everything, but everyone can do something. Peace.
The creative team that wrote and recorded Jollyville Radio includes UncleASAR Akebeline, Emily Ansonik, Lizzie Brister, Michael Crosa, Michelle Darcy, Richard Dayries, Asa Gardner, Brian Green, Susanna Kay, Pilar Keperda, Robert Leary, Brian Routson, Thomas Schlitt, and Kay Wise. It is directed by Michael Crosa, with lead editing provided by Dr. Montse Santillan and social media help from Amy Costa. The recording was made in accordance with social distancing. If you'd like to support Jollyville Radio, help us get the word out. Tell a friend, post on social media, or leave a rating and review on your favorite podcasting platform. You can find us on the web at jollyvilleradio.com or on Facebook and Instagram at Jollyville Radio. Jollyville Radio is a production of Jollyville Brass Quintet, member of Austin Creative Alliance. We are based in Austin, Texas. For KJVR in Jollyville, I'm Jimmy Piecrust, and we'll see you next time on Jollyville Radio.